I do think it's really cool. I applaud NASCAR for thinking out of the box and doing some fun, unique things. It has been cool to do the dirt race here for a few years. I got to race a dirt late model and a sprint car around here too, so that was probably what I was most excited about, honestly. But then you're getting to do the Clash, the Coliseum, the street course at Chicago this year. I think all that's a lot of fun. But I think, as other drivers have mentioned, it's cool for a couple years, and then I think we kind of grow out of it a little bit, and I think I'm ready to get back on the concrete here twice at Bristol. So I hope we don't get to do. Selfishly, I hope we don't do this again next year. But if we do, I'll feel like I have a shot to win, which is nice.
Okay, well, the greatest thing about this show is we can do what we want to do. We're being streamed everywhere. I have a question for you, but hold on. Okay, let's do this. Who wants dirt to stay on Bristol? Who wants the concrete back?
Yeah. Oh, I think a little bit more concrete, just a little bit more.
Okay, now I want to go to your heat race. You were phenomenal. You scored the most points. I think, I don't know, but watching the car, it looked like you got loose, and second place, Priest started gaining on you. And then I watched your interview. You didn't look happy with your grip level. Where's your car at right now? What kind of chassis adjustments are you making?
I think they're making quite a bit of adjustments because I wasn't too happy. Boyer was mad at me after.
What was he mad at you about?
Because I was grumpy, I guess. But
you were.
I was grumpy. I had to apologize to Jamie Little earlier today because she apparently told Clint, she's like, man, I don't think he likes me. Like he wasn't very happy there. So I told him, I'm sorry. I was just grumpy because my car wasn't very good. So I think people. You get interviewed after a heat race. I think NASCAR fans aren't used to seeing heat races, so you probably think like, oh, you should be happy after winning a heat race, but it's just a heat race. And my car wasn't good, so I felt like you get to the lead on the first lap, like everybody would expect me to drive off. It's dirt, but we were getting ran down from behind, so just really loose, not a lot of grip at all. But a couple of our teammates, I thought the 24 was really good. I thought the 9 his car looked really good in the first heat race. So we have notes to look at, and I think we can get our balance where we need to be and get a little more grip.
All right, awesome. Well, at least we read that right. One more question about what's going on in the dirt world. So, Marcus Smith and all of our team were like, this is all about dirt racing. So let's stay on the dirt path. I know you're part of something that's getting ready to rock the world of the wing sprint cars. High limit racing. You're a part of that, you and Brad. You guys are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to win these races. Where's the first race going to be?
It'll be on Tuesday night at Lakeside in Kansas, so really close to Kansas Speedway. But there's probably a lot of you that aren't going to be able to go to it. But you can watch on Flow Racing. We have a 11 race mini series sort of thing, midweek deal this year. Pays really well. We have 2 50,000 win races. I guess the rest are all 23,000 win races. So sprint car racing's needed a lot of money to be injected. You see what Jonathan Davenport made last year, $2 million. Late model guys get to race for a lot.
That's NASCAR money.
Yeah, that's more than a lot of the Cup guys are making. So, but no, I'm excited about it. I think it's just it's nice to feel like you're growing the sport and allowing these drivers and teams to be more or to make more money. And I think I was a team owner, and it's so hard to break even. Be in the races that are out there. So I think we're injecting like $1.4 million into sprint car racing this year. So allowing these teams to go race for that and hopefully make a little money and get by a little easier in between getting to outlaw races is pretty important. So I know the teams are really excited about it. I know fans are really excited about it, and I haven't been in a sprint car in a long time, so I'm ready to get back racing next week.
Kyle, there are 3 levels of people that are involved in professional sports, I feel. There are competitors, there are winners, and then there are champions. That is a huge step to take in between each one. You, sir, are a champion in many different things. But when you look back at winning the Cup championship and going back and doing one again, is it possible really to explain how difficult a task that is with the way the playoffs are set up?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, not only just the playoffs, but our series is really tough. And introducing this next-gen car, it makes things even tougher. Seems like you have to execute even more perfectly than you did before. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely satisfying to know that I'll die being a Cup Series champion, but I want to experience that again for sure. It's it was hard to like really soak it all in. I think at Phoenix a couple years ago, everything just happened so fast, and I think if you're able to win it again, you would kind of look around more, soak it in, and see what's see all the excitement in everybody's faces. But it's so tough. It's really tough, and thankfully I've got a great team though. Hendrick Motorsports, they've got a lot of experience winning championships, and hopefully I've got more in my future.
So what does your schedule look like this year? The dirt fan, me and you talked a couple of years ago in Dover, and I told you, I said, go race in NASCAR. Your dirt fans will be waiting on you. Sounds like you didn't listen to me. Tell me your dirt schedule this year.
Still a lot. Let's see, like 2 years ago, 2021, we had a great year all around. I ran, I think, 96 races.
96
Last
races?
year was like 110 probably.
Come on.
Wow.
So I'm going to back it down a little bit from that number, probably get back down to somewhere around 100. So, yeah, we get early in the year, I race quite a bit of dirt stuff, and then there's not much racing in the springtime with all the rain and all that. So we're getting ready to fire back off here. I haven't been in a sprint car since September of last year. So Tuesday night we'll be at Lakeside, and then get our sprint car season started as Yoel is kind of finishing up a little bit of the late model stuff. And then I take a break from the late model for a while and more just race sprint car stuff because there's a lot of big races this year. So, but yeah, it'll still be somewhere around 100. I don't know how Caitlin feels about that, but no, it's
She'll watch all 3 of your kids for you.
Yeah.
You're a good dad.
Yeah, no, I love it though. I love racing dirt stuff, dirt cars on a dirt track, yeah, it's fun. Those guys are really tough. Jonathan Davenport racing against guys like him. Brad Sweet in the sprint cars, as well as there's 20 to 30 great race car drivers. I think a lot of people, a lot of NASCAR fans assume that the best race car drivers in the world, or sorry, in America anyways, are racing on Sundays, but that's not true. It's so hard to pick who the best race car drivers are, and I'm honestly, I'm like the only guy that gets to compete against the best in America in all forms of racing, and late model, sprint cars, they're every bit as equal as the Cup Series guys.
Kyle, thank you very much for joining us, man. Great to talk to you. Keep up the good work, man. And can't wait to see you race tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for coming out on Easter Sunday.
Guys, big hand for Kyle Larson.
Come on, Bristol. Show your love for Kyle Larson. I love the one guy out here that has the sign that says, "My wife wishes I was Larson." So you got one fan
Young
out
money.
there for sure.
You probably won
And
his
he's right
money.
next to the guy that
You
says
won
Kenny
all his
Wallace is my
money.
hero.
I love it.